So I recently did a list review for George. He had made a French army using War Games Atlantics. Great boxes, by the way. I'm putting together my German sentries and partisans right now, building my Ukrainian UPA evil guys. So great boxes, and his group has sort of switched over. George's group has sort of switched over to Bold Action recently, and they had this really interesting experience that I want to share with you. So I'm going to read his message here. Maybe I should actually share my screen. No, I won't do that because that'll give away. That'll out him on YouTube here. Right, I'll just read it to you. As I mentioned previously, we recently switched to Bold Action. We enjoyed the game a lot. John, one of my friends who's an old gamer, came to visit us at the last local tournament. The one I sent you the French list for. Go and watch that video. After that, he decided he'd want to make a list, and we were happy to help. He asked what was like the least played army that he could find models for in the store, and we came up with Germans because they're kind of underperforming, right? And he actually enjoys playing the underdogs. We saw some of your videos regarding Germans, and we made a list. I don't know if this is because we're rather new to the game or if he's extremely lucky with his dice. He might be extremely lucky. Luck of the noob, it's a thing. But the list is currently stomping us all in the store. He is like 16 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses as of today, which is insanely good. So George sent us John's list. This list that they just made for a friend who wanted to try out the game. Isn't that amazing? It's so cool. So we're going to see the list and talk through it and see what's happening here. So this is the list, and it is called The Germans, or the German Flaming Toolbox Goes Kaboom Part 1. So nice name, by the way. It's a 24 order dice list at 1250, so it's a lot of order dice. That might be one of the factors that's actually kicking your asses around the store. It's a lot of order dice in a 1250 list. I say that typically the Goldilocks zone would be 16 to 18 for me. Waffen SS second lieutenant, very cheap lieutenant, and if he manages to keep that alive, if he's figured out that much of the game, this is a good place to start. Waffen SS units here, regulars, skirmishes, double Panzerfaust, very dangerous. Storm Pioneers, veterans, nice. They have a lot of pushability here with 4-shot machine guns and a flamethrower, double Panzerfaust. Really nice unit, can hunt and kill stuff. Spartruppen with a single SMG, again pretty cheap. 4 men, rifles, nice. Backline holder, definitely a backline holder. A German LMG team, which is what you should buy all the time. Medium inexperienced mortar, lovely. You can see here he's taking all the competitive choices, getting a really good toolbox German list out of this. He's got some light machine guns, he's got some backline holders, he's got some push units, he's got some skirmishes, he's got a little bit of everything here. Nebelwerfer, inexperienced again, nice. Motorcycle with machine gun sidecar, very, very good. Recce, turn on the spot, perfect little skirmisher. A Renault, so that is the second multi-rocket launcher in the list. This is also one of the problems that you might be having. I don't think you may have figured out yet how to play against multi-rocket launchers. Multi-rocket launchers can be what I call noob bashers, where they are very, very good against inexperienced players. Kugelwagen to transport something, maybe a flamethrower. And a heavy field car to transport his engineers. Second platoon, Waffen SS Lieutenant, another Waffen SS squad with the Panzerfaust, again skirmishers, again Storm Pioneers, very good. So redundancy. This is what makes a greatest hits list. And this is, by the way, a greatest hits. So he takes 2 of everything that's good in the German army. Not that's the best, but that's good for the points. This is how you make a greatest hits list. You guys have listened very carefully. Spartruppen again. The only thing I maybe would change up is I would want to get, a single unit of Brandenburgers in here somewhere. They are going to be expensive, but the Brandenburgers help with board control. Another German LNG team, another medium mortar, another flamethrower, another Nebelwerfer. That's the third multi-rocket launcher, another motorcycle, and another Renault. That's the fourth. This is a Noobbasher greatest hits list. The only way to improve this is to take out a few of these multi-rocket launchers and buy something else. And with that many order dice, 24 order dice, John, you have the points to go down like 2, maybe even 4 order dice down to 20 and still go very well. The thing is, with all this, you have so much skirmish capability. You have so much push capability with your veteran pioneers that can push up and flamethrower something. You have four units. You have 4 flamers in this list. 2 flamer teams, 2 engineer teams. You have 4 multi-rocket launchers. So it's a barbecue, skirmish, Noobbasher list, and that is why it works. That is why John is kicking your asses with it. This is why what you can do if you go to 1250 and just max out on all the greatest for Germany. This is what you can do. So what can you do fighting against it? Well, don't fight on his terms. That's the first thing. A lot of his indirect shooting comes from his multi-rocket launchers, so don't clump up. You have to go on the offense, which is really bad against flamethrowers, but you have to go on the offense. You have to go and push quite early. And the thing is, if you get a few kills out of his list here, he won't be able to push against you that well because his push units, his engineers, are very small. So they cannot take many casualties, they cannot take many pins, especially because they're driving up in inexperienced field cars and Kugelwagens. So he is not able to go across the board that much. And that is that's the weakness of the list. So if you can avoid being pummeled by all his multi-rocket launchers, you do have a chance, especially skirmishing at range with him, because he's not that great. His darker, what I term darker, like his ability to reach out into your deployment zone is not that great outside of his multi-rocket launchers. A very, very strong list, but it does have weaknesses. And I think John going forward might do well to try and explore getting some darker into his list. Taking a few of these multi-rocket launchers away from the list and going over and using something else once his opponents start figuring out how to play against multi-rocket launchers, and once he starts to figure out how to play other stuff competitively. Right, very, very nice list. This is a good example of what you can do with, as I termed it, the greatest hits, where you have a combination of several different builds that just click together and work in several different ways, really nicely built. So that was it. George, thank you so much for sending me the list. John, good luck on playing bold action. Welcome to the hobby. Welcome to competitive bold action, because this is a very competitive list. And you, sir, could be doing well competitively. So go and try that. Right. Cheers, everyone. Bye.